Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you all for joining us for a Healer Within live practice sampler today. These online gatherings are a wonderful way for us all to stay in touch and get up, get moving, and hopefully stay healthy. For more online practice opportunities, we're getting quite a list together at our website, a list of virtual practice groups or VPGs. And you can find that list at healerwithinfoundation.org under the Practice Groups tab at the top of our homepage. Our presenter today is David Lehman. David has been exploring Tai Chi and Tai Chi Chuan for over 30 years. He's an IIQ2C Tai Chi Easy Senior Trainer, and he's going to be joining us today from his home in New Paltz, New York. You can find out more about David's online practice offerings through our VPG list or through his website, which is Hudson Valley Mindful Tai Chi and Qigong.com. We'll post this contact information for your reference on our Facebook page after our time together today. David, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. So excited to get practice going with you. And I will turn it over to you now. Thanks, David.
Okay, thank you, Christy. Thank you to the Healer Within Foundation. Thank you for everything you folks do. You do an absolutely tremendous job. So today we're going to do a little bit on Tai Chi principles. And whether you're new or old to Tai Chi, I hope that this practice and sharing will be really beneficial to you today. Okay, with that, we'll just dive into it. I want to do a little bit of warming up. So just gently roll your neck a few times in each direction and then come back. That's good. And then let's do the same with the shoulders. I mean, shoulders are one of the most major areas of holding tension. So we want to make sure that we're just letting that tension go. That's great. And because we're all online all the time now, let's do this silly movement and get our mousing ailments out. I know that when I'm on the computer too much, my wrists start talking to me. So, and you can shake them like this, and that's good as well. And then let your knees flex, drop your arms forward, keep your back flat, and we're going to turn our hips like a wheel. Actually, this form is called spinning wheels in a certain Qigong set. So just feel a nice opening in the lower back, your hips. Want to get those parts of us loosened up as we do some Tai Chi. And reverse, go the other direction. And one last one. And down. And then feet together, hands on knees. And roll your knees in a little circle. Even though the knees are a hinge joint, they can move a little bit side to side. Though we want to really be mindful that we're not doing a lot of that, because that can hurt our knees. And then rub your knees, get some warmth, get some heat in there, and that's great. Okay, so the first thing I want to do today is we can just be. All right, and for a moment, and we will allow ourselves to practice what's called the Tai Chi pole, right? And the Tai Chi pole is just connecting ourselves to everything above and everything below, and understanding and experiencing that we're a part of everything and we're a part of each other in a very profound way. So start with your feet shoulder width. And the first thing we do is the alignment of the body. So feel like your head is suspending up gently. So we don't want to put tension in the neck, but we want our head to gently suspend up. And notice how that feels. Then moving to your shoulders, a little space under the arms. And as you create that space, you'll be able to feel the weight of your arms, and that will help you relax your shoulders. Moving down the spine, we want to let our tailbone point towards the floor, or our sacrum, or our tailbone. And the way you do that is you just allow your pelvis to tip up a little bit. It's kind of a funny thing, but once you understand it, you'll be able to do that pretty easily. Relax your knees, right? To drop your tailbone, you have to keep your knees unlocked. Relax your ankles. And then we get to the feet. So we want to find our base of support and rooting to allow ourselves to root into the ground. So I like to use 3 spots, one behind the big toe, one behind the little toe, and one in the center of your foot around the heel. And it's like a tripod, and just find those 3 points. And you'll really, as you find those points on each foot, you'll be able to solidly root to the ground. Okay, so as we're in this posture, we're connecting to the earth, connecting to the sky, connecting to everything that's out there. And the body is heavy and rooted as you move down into the earth and becomes lighter and lighter as you move up your body. So that's an example of separating yin and yang, right? Which is what Tai Chi, one of the most important principles of Tai Chi. So let's take a deep breath. Let the breath come in and go out, and sink the breath, which just means to relax and use your diaphragm. Let the breath flow in and out. And then the last thing that we always do to make everything a Tai Chi is what's happening with our mind, our awareness. So we allow ourselves to just keep returning to the present moment, to the sensations within. It's a whole world, a whole universe. And we just feel what's going on inside. Some of it feels good, some of it may not feel so good, but we are open to accept and to love it all, because it is our present moment experience. So those 3 things, aligning the body, adjusting the breath, and coming into the present moment, that makes anything into this Tai Chi philosophy or practice, which is all about coming into a greater harmony and balance. And let's just stay here for a few moments, a moment longer, and just allow yourself to relax down and root down, and at the same time, the head top is suspending up. Okay, very nice. So let's start now. We'll do some practice. We'll play with some other Tai Chi principles that help us, again, get to that place where we're coming to that balance and harmony, right? Because balance and harmony is all about, you know, our wellness, our functioning at the highest level. And that's why we do this stuff. That's why I've been doing it forever. I ask myself every now and then, why do I keep doing this? I keep doing it because every time I ask that question, it's because I just feel so much better. So I hope that you are partaking of that as well. Okay, so the first kind of play form we're going to do is very simple. Take your palms out facing the floor and just allow your palms to trace out an oval or a circle. Now, the principle that we're playing with here is that the body moves as one. So notice I'm not doing this. I'm not moving my arms. I'm moving my whole body. And the arms are along for the ride, and they trace out a circle. So allow that coordination and integration to happen. And just keep letting your breath facilitate a deeper relaxation and also presence. Feel the weight shifting right from one foot into the other. This is another principle that we're going to talk about in a little more detail, but just feel that now. To trace the oval, you have to shift your weight. You have to move your hips in a certain way so that the oval is traced. Now let's go the other way. Trace the oval the other way. Always want to balance everything out. So this is one of the simplest ways to move the body as one and to also begin to experience and experiment with changing the weight. Notice how you can feel like a flow, a pumping through the body as your weight shifts from one leg into the other. All right, and back to center. Okay, the next one that we'll play with is called Tai Chi Porin. And in this one, we use some imagery to help us get the feel again of the shifting of the weight. What's called, and that principle is called separating yin and yang. Right, so one side is yin, one side is yang. One is substantial, one is insubstantial. So we notice we have a red chair and a blue chair. That'll help us orient here. So let's shift our weight to the blue chair side. And then we use this gesture of our arms like you're picking up your weight, picking it up, carrying it carefully, and then pour it down into the red side. It goes through the red leg into the floor. Now pick up the red side weight through the leg and pour it into the blue side. Again, I have to use my whole body as I do this. I can't pick up the weight unless I use all my muscles together. I don't want to just use my arms or my shoulders. That'll bring in tension. I want to use my legs, my back, everything. And pick it up and let it pour down and begin to just feel this really nice flow of the pouring. And it's true that we are largely liquid anyway, and it's all like an internal ocean. So we pick that ocean up and let it pour down. Pick it up, carry it, and pour it down. And with any of these forms, we can practice another important principle called sung. Sung is the balance between being relaxed and being attentive or having attention. Typically when we're relaxed, our understanding is kind of might be a little like dazed, getting sleepy or something. But when we do Tai Chi, we're totally alert at the same time relaxed. And that is a powerful Tai Chi. That has a powerful effect on our on our physiology, rebalancing the two parts of our physiology, which again is a wonderful Tai Chi. And down. Really notice the substantial. Now my red leg is substantial and the blue leg is insubstantial, no weight. And now I change it. Now the blue leg is substantial. And feel the difference, the transition of emptying and filling. All right, very nice. All right, so hopefully you're starting to feel things flowing inside and moving. And we're going to go on to the next thing here, which is a little more on this principle of separating yin and yang. So we're going to talk a little bit more about how we do that and the actual way that we do separate yin and yang. So let's shift our weight to the blue side foot and then turn towards the blue side. And when you do that, this part of our anatomy, the inguinal crease, closes. And then I keep turning, and then that facilitates me shifting the weight to the red side. Turn to the red side, inguinal crease closes, and that helps me move the weight to the blue side. So this turning of the waist to shift the weight allows our hip joints to go through a full and complete range of motion, right? It really helps us with our walking, all our moving, because the hip joint is ball and socket. It wants to go in that full circular range of motion. Notice my arms, they're attached, right, to my torso, and looks like they're moving a lot, but they're not really moving a lot. What's moving is I'm turning my waist. So turn your waist to shift. And now as you come to the blue side, turn your waist, push off your blue side foot to shift the weight to the red side. Push off red side foot to shift the weight to the blue side. Now, okay, so that's a lot of words. If it's too many words, just flow, just move. If the instruction is helpful, then I'm so pleased. If it's not, it's okay. We can just continue to move and flow. All right. So now we're going to layer a form on top of this that, what's going on in the waist, and moving the body as one. That's an important principle, is moving the body from the center of the body, turning the waist to create the movement, and everything working together. So now we'll do a form, a traditional form that's in our integral form, and it's in every other Tai Chi form too. So let's take our red side palm, it faces the ground, blue side palm comes underneath, facing the red side palm. Red side palm goes outside down, blue side palm comes up. Palms face your body, shift your weight to the blue side, right? And now as you turn, the palms turn in a little bit, blue side down, red side up, palms face your body. And you Tai Chi pros out there, I know, will know that this is cloud hands. relaxing your shoulders, relax your elbows down. Check in. Am I still suspending my head top up? Is my tailbone down? My spine long and open? Are all my joints relaxed? And one beautiful way this form is practiced is as a method of conserving our energy, our chi, right? So when we do that, it's like, how can we do the form with like no effort or very little effort, and the form just happens. And adding in another principle here is that we intend for a tranquil mind. And one of the classic teachings in Tai Chi is, in movement, seek stillness. And that stillness is the mind just resting. That's our natural state, is to have a mind that's clear and open and tranquil. All right, and coming back to center and just checking in with your alignment for a moment. And let's take a nice deep breath or two. And bring yourself, just allow yourself to come back to your body, come back to your breathing. Okay, I'm gonna, because we're talking a lot about respiratory stuff and all that, which I won't go into the detail of that, but there is a form in Tai Chi that's in a lot of different forms that's very good for opening the lungs. All right, so it's called White Crane spreads its wings. So there's a little stepping to it as we're going to do it in this way. So I want you to take your red side foot and pivot it out a little bit. Take one step forward with the blue side leg. Now shift your weight back and rest on the blue side toe. So your weight is in your red side leg. Okay, this is called box stepping. And now step back with the blue side leg, step forward with the red side leg. Weight is in the blue side leg. Step back, red. Step forward, blue. Weight, red. Step back. Okay. So hopefully this is, you're getting the idea. But we're coming into what's called a back-weighted stance. So now the weight is in the blue leg. My red leg is up on, it's just resting on the toe. My weight is in the red leg, and I'm just resting on the blue toe. Okay? All right. So now we're going to come into the form. So the weight is in the blue side. Now the blue side palm is about at eyebrow level. Palm is facing away. Red side palm is palm out and down. Right? And you can feel like, we kind of get the idea that at the end of this form, we're inside a bubble that's opening up our lungs, our chest area, the heart area, everything. So now let your arms just fold in, step back, and then switch. So now Red side palm is up and out. Blue side palm is down. I'm in the bubble. So now just let it kind of flow. Palms come together and the crane spreads its wings, stepping back and stepping forward. Stepping back with the red side leg, and then stepping back with the blue side. Feel the deep expansion into the lungs, into the heart area, and allowing our breathing to free and open. Let your breath deepen. And notice you may notice like a pulse traveling through your body as you shift the weight from leg to leg. Let's do just a few more. Let your tailbone, as you shift the weight in the weighted leg, drop your tailbone down. That'll help you really root into that back leg. All right, and let's come back. And we'll finish with a little, one type of opening in Tai Chi. And this is conserved again to really nourish and nurture our breathing. Again, lots of great Tai Chi principles in this. So let's let our arms float up, extending the fingers, elbows down, and then palms float down. Fill, and then let everything empty. Using the whole body to coordinate together in a pulse, a flow, not just the arms moving. And last one, floating up, extending the fingers with the in-breath, and then elbows are down, palms float down. And let's shift your weight to the blue side foot, step your red side foot in, lifting up, breathing in, full breath, and then slowly letting it wash down through. So thank you for joining me today. It's wonderful to be together, to practice together, to be connected. So wishing everybody peace and wellness, and hope to see everybody soon.
Thank you so much, David, for leading us in practice this afternoon. It was really good, really uplifting. It's going to take us into our weekend quite well. We so appreciate you. Again, for everyone, you'll find David's online class information included in our VPG list at our website, which is healerwithinfoundation.org. You can look at the top of our homepage under the practice groups tab, and you'll find that list there. If you're leading an online practice group and wish to be added to that list, just send me an email at admin@healerwithinfoundation.org or send us a message through Facebook. And we'll be happy to talk to you about getting your classes added to the list. I want to remind you to mark your calendars for our next live practice sampler. That will take place on Monday, April 27th, 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. And our presenter will be Bill Stevens. And so we're looking forward to that with Bill. Thank you again, everyone, for joining us. Have a wonderful weekend. Until we see you again, may all be well. Thanks so much. Thanks, David.